Welcome to PPG Paint's Arena. Tom Reed along with Aaron Portzline and columnist Michael Arace. Gentlemen, we have just witnessed the Blue Jackets' fourth loss in a row, and I would see easily probably the least competitive of those games against the team they're probably going to face, the Pittsburgh Penguins, tonight. Aaron, your initial thoughts on this performance?
Well, if this is a game where you're setting the tone for the playoff series that is to come, maybe it's not connected at all. If it is, they need to be significantly worried, and unless things change dramatically. This team can't score right now. They can't sustain offense right now. I do think it started to creep into other parts of their games. Their game where you saw some sloppy turnovers, and maybe Bob trying to be a little bit too precise on a couple of goals and not quite looking like himself. They have 3 games now to get it together. They really haven't played consistently well since they clinched March 19th. I feel like I'm saying a lot of the same things we said the other night against Washington. But a tough night for the Blue Jackets, and really a confidence-shaking loss, I think, to the Penguins.
That's a key word, because I think it's one of the words that you kind of dug at in your column with the confidence level of this team right now, which was soaring a couple of weeks ago. And where do you think this team is right now?
Well, Porty question, do you worry? And I say, my take is you don't worry until they give you reason to. And you worry that their confidence is blown right now, but I don't think it's an X and O thing. You know, I think it's all in their head. So it's not something that it's not something so much other teams are doing to them. It's just that their brains are scrambled right now. They can't score at all, and it's in their heads.
They're overthinking, underthinking.
Yeah. So it's not like, well, you can look at this game and say Pittsburgh made a statement. They did. They wanted to, and they can. That's worrisome. The Jackets can't score. That's worrisome. But it's not like Pittsburgh said, all right, now Pittsburgh was without half their team, too. We should remember that.
Yes.
But the problem with the Jackets is the Jackets. It's not anything other teams are doing for them, or at least the things that other teams are doing to them right now are not their biggest problem, not by a long shot.
It seems to me they are getting the puck in high scoring areas. It's not a matter of they aren't generating necessarily chances. They're getting inside. We saw Cam Atkinson on the power play, although it was late in the game, but right where he wants the puck normally, shoots it wide. And there were other opportunities today with some odd man rushes that just don't end up. And a lot of what I thought, and I think we agree on this, some guys trying to make individual plays instead of trusting what has worked most of the season.
There's no flow to them offensively. There's these sort of sporadic individual bursts, and there's not support on the puck when that scoring chance. Because typically, when you see a scoring chance, you see the defense collapse to cover it, and then other stuff opens up. Rebounds are there, passing lanes are there, and none of that is there right now. It's here comes the scoring chance, and it either fizzles away, or it's one shot from 25 feet that the goalie snares.
Fingers crossed, somebody's got to break this.
Yeah, it's like they're. I felt nervousness a little bit tonight from way up above. It felt like there was some nervousness on the ice, like, oh no, here we go again. And nervousness is sort of a half step toward panic.
You just got to keep working. You got to try and do the right things and play the right way. Trust the process. Trust your physical play and the forecheck. Hopefully that'll lead to some turnovers and some opportunities. So we just got to play better that way. It wasn't good enough for us.
Which I hate to say it. Maybe they just need to get away from the Washingtons, Chicagos, and the Pittsburghs of the world. This is supposed to be their training, their proving ground, really. It didn't go well, 0-3. Maybe they need to find some teams that they can really take some frustration out. Winnipeg's been struggling. Philadelphia's kind of in and out. Toronto, they're going to have some emotional attachment to that. You hope that over the next 3 games they find it, or it could be a quick step to spring here in Columbus.
Elite offensive talent, too. We talked about it after the last game, but that was Sidney Crosby and Wilkes-Barre for all practical purposes. But it's good to have Sidney Crosby, when the team's squeezing it sticks the way the Jackets do, they don't have that elite offensive player.
Another thing that, obviously this was the first game without Zach Werenski, and boy, The defensive pairings were all over the place. They changed it. They changed them twice.
The scorecard in the paper today was not right, Tom.
Well, it could have been changed 3 times and it might
my.
still have been wrong. Again, this is a little bit of life without Werenski. Not just his talent, but guys being used to playing each other. They started the game with 3 different pairings. They split up the Savard Johnson pairing for 1 period, about a period and a half. And those guys, there were some nervy moments out there. Jack makes a turnover on a pass, trying to go across to Atkinson, ends up in the back of the net. And then we saw a play where, with 2 guys, with Quincy and Jones, Quincy,
Wow, Quincy
yes,
Jones.
who aren't used to playing together. I think Quincy kind of makes a little bit of a suspect read coming over.
Right.
Doesn't allow Jones to
Right.
get time to get over.
Right.
And ends up in the back of the net.
He took the longest path to his guy,
Yeah.
which then required Jones to take a longer path to his guy.
Yeah.
Just these sort of things.
So we'll see where this goes as far as trying to find some kind of fluidity back there. They're running out of time, Mike.
Well, Coach John Tortorella I compared him to a baker just with a stand mixer, just trying to find whatever recipe he had, waiting for the yeast to kick in,
Right.
what happened. And, he's the guy who's tried to push every button he can with it, and outwardly he's just saying, it's okay, we just got to play through this and work at it. He's kind of trying to balance what's happening on the ice with the frame of mind that he wants to put them in heading toward the playoffs. So again, I come back to, they're not getting X and O'd to death, but man, it is worrisome how their confidence is blown.
That's almost more worrisome, though, I think. It's even more...
But that can change like that.
Yeah, a couple good things happen and it changes.
Right.
But
I'm not saying it's going to.
Yeah,
but don't be worried.
And I'm not saying it's not. It's just that I don't know that anybody anywhere has an answer like how to fix that. Like X's and O's can be fixed. It's like a medical diagnosis. This is what's wrong and this is how we're going to fix it. It's better than... you know what I mean?
Confidence is a strange thing.
Mental health has come a long way.
I'm not even talking mental health.
Confidence is obviously a very strange thing when you lose it. These guys, to me, look like they need a goal or 2 to go in off shin pads or someone's ass.
Yeah.
To get I don't know if we can say that, but I
You
guess
can't.
they need one of those games where, and truly, the Penguins, who it's clearly outplayed them, had some puck luck tonight, had some pucks bouncing off Atkinson's skate, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They need one of those type of games, I think, to get them going.
They did. I didn't get the sense tonight that the Blue Jackets were just hanging on against the Penguins.
Oh, no, not at
It
all.
felt like they were playing with them. It just
The first
sputters red line forward.
Well, the first period they actually outplayed the Penguins. Then the awful,
Right.
Yeah.
awful pass, and boom, it's 1-0, fewer than 2 minutes remaining in the period. That was ball game because of their confidence.
They're fragile.
Yeah.
All right, the team returns home for its final game at Nationwide Arena in the regular season on Thursday night against Winnipeg. Will you be there?
Oh, yes.
Okay, we'll all be there.
Jack Roslovic will be there.
Jack
Columbus
Roslovic.
kid making his NHL debut in his home rink. How about that?
All right, and thanks to Kyle Robertson for filming this tonight. A much more
K-Rob Photo.
professional job.
Jordy, you don't have to go touch the button.
You don't have to go touch anything.
I'm being phased out.
You look like Doobie in this
Oh.
commercial.